Hi friends, I am Dr. B.V. Rao of Usha Clinic and founder of the websites qmedicaldoubts.blogspot.in and raghavamedicaldoubts.com. Through these videos, I am providing the basic knowledge about the commonly occurring diseases, treatment and surgery details when necessary. For the medical knowledge to general people and for reference to medicals. Today I am going to discuss about the common disorders of male urethra. Male urethra. The urethra is developed from the urogenital sinus, from the internal urinary meatus to the sinus peculiaris, urethra masculinus. Beyond the sinus peculiaris, the male urethra, as far as the glans, is formed by fusion of the edge of the medial labial folds. It also forms the corpus spongiosum. The part traversing the penis is formed by canalization of a downgrowth of a pencil of ectoderm. Congenital abnormalities of the urethra. Metal stenosis, meatal stenosis. The narrowest part of the male urethra is the external urinary meatus. It is the seat of congenital stenosis and is associated with the phimosis. Acquired meatal stenosis. In circumcised meatal stenosis may be acquired or increased by fibrosis following meatal ulceration. All degrees of narrowing are encountered when the opening is reduced to pinhole. Back pressure affects the whole urinary system. Pinhole meatus is sometimes the cause of enuresis, and at any age it may result in chronic retention of urine. Treatment. Meatotomy. It is the choice of treatment in case of meatal stenosis sufficient to give rise to symptoms, prevent drainage of discharge in case of urethritis, or obstruct the passage of urethral instrument, or cystoscope. In infants and children, a meatal bogey of a suitable size is passed into the meatus each day for 4 days and then weekly for 1 month. In adults, it is preferable to unite the cut edges of urethra to the skin of the glans penis with 2 or 3 catgut sutures. These stitches control the hemorrhage and prevent the lips of the meatus from reuniting. Here, dilatation on 2 occasions at weekly intervals is sufficient. Congenital stricture of urethra. It is very rare, maybe due to reduplication of the urethra. The symptoms are delayed until adolescence. Treatment by dilatation is satisfactory. Congenital valves of posterior urethra. These are usually symmetrical and occur just below or above the verumonatum. They allow the ingress of the catheter to obstruct the outflow of urine. In few cases, the valves are incomplete and the patient may reach adolescence or adult life without symptoms. In such cases, the prostatic urethra is greatly dilated and diverticula of bladder are present. The reliable method of confirming the diagnosis is voiding cystourethropy by filling the contrast media into the bladder and taking the radiographs while urinating. Alternatively, pressure above the pubis while the radiograph is taken achieves the same objective. In this way, the dilated urethra above the valve is outlined as well as the bladder. Treatment. Life-saving measure is suprapubic drainage of bladder. Several weeks should intervene before attempting to remove valves. At the second operation, the retropubic space is displayed. A vertical incision is made into the bladder just above the prostate and continued downwards into the dilated prostatic urethra coagulated with diathermy needle, and the valves are picked up with toothed dissecting forceps and excised with scissors. The incision into the bladder and urethra is closed with fine catgut sutures, and the bladder is drained by a suprapubic catheter for 14 days. Infection is controlled by the antibiotic therapy. In older children, the adults, the valves can be excised transurethral with a resectoscope. Because of their importance in differential diagnosis of congenital valves of urethra, the following causes of chronic retention in children are included. Obstruction of neck of bladder, Marison's disease. It is analogous to hypertrophic pyloric stenosis of infants and gives rise to symptoms identical to those of congenital valves. Cystoscopically, the diagnosis can be appreciated as a hypertrophied intraureteric ball. Voiding cystourethropy demonstrates that the posterior urethra does not fail and clarifies the differential diagnosis between the two conditions. Treatment consists of opening the bladder and performing a YV-plasty. Neurogenic bladder. It must be excluded in both the above lesions, spina bifida, and the accompanying lesions of central nervous system is the usual cause of retention of urine of a neurological origin in children. As with obstruction due to congenital valves, cystourethropy shows the dilated prostatic urethra in neurogenic obstruction. The case with which the bladder can be emptied by manual pressure above the pubis serves as the ready means of distinguishing chronic retention of urine due to this cause. That's all about the congenital disorders of the male urethra, and in the next video I will discuss about some other disease. Thank you.